This is Paul. Yeah. So I was telling you about advanced management, right? Yeah. So on Guam, what they do is they research the actual title of properties. Yeah. And if they can find that a property actually has some sort of ancestral heritage, they'll put a cloud over it. Monty said, well, we put the dark clouds. You won't be able to sell a house if you buy a house on Guam. And I was like, oh. And it was one of those situations where there was this idea that I was not wanted on Guam. Well, as an American citizen, when you begin to feel that you're not wanted as a citizen, I kind of thought, no, I am wanted. And a lot of those in law enforcement and those elected to office and those that are mandatory reporters, they would say, well, we don't want him as a citizen. But I'm like, no, you do. So what happened was I told Mike Giglione, my employer at that time, he was the director of the Center for Micronesian Empowerment, executive director. And he said, well, you won't be able to buy a place. And I said, well, that's not what I said. I thought when you use the laws to encumber a person so they can't buy or sell, it's kind of like living in a nation that's run by gangsters. You're going to pay for protection. You're not going to have employment unless we say so. You're not going to get married and you're not going to have sexual intercourse unless we allow it. We are the protection of the nation. Now, there have been different times in America's history where organized crime had taken over the nation, and at times there's been some precedents for wanting the military's jurisdiction to more than teach a lesson. It's reinstating the laws of the United States. When I inform law enforcement that my rights are being violated, and you decide that you're going to have a gangster law enforcement agency, department, or office, I, as that American citizen, decide that I am going to stay here and you are going to enforce the laws of the United States. Now, how you deal with those in organized crime is you recognize that what they're organizing is against the law. Then you remind them over and over, I'm going to sue you for everything you own. I'm going to purchase every property and every vehicle that has a cloud over the title because of forged signatures. And I'm going to help myself to every asset that I can that has any scribble from any clone or fish. Now, you're the ones that decided that you were going to be the organized crime law enforcement department, and I'm the citizen that decided you're going to sell me everything. How you doing,